Hi everybody, thank you for tuning into today's video. Today was actually a highly requested video from last week's video that I posted about 5 luxe items that I will never be without. I showed a pair of Christian Louboutins that I had protected on the bottom, the red soles, and I got a plethora of questions through either direct message or through my Twitter feed about how I protect my shoes. So today is a tutorial about how I do so. The brand that I use is a company called Zag, and what they are is they're actually a screen protector company. I just wanted to give you a tiny little bit of feedback about this company and why they work so well. Initially, they used to design films like this that would cover helicopter blades for the military, so that when the helicopters landed, my cat is distracting me. When the helicopters landed and like all the debris would fly up and rocks and dirt and gravel, everything, these films would help prolong the life of the blades. So they ventured out into the civilian market and created these screen protectors for like your iPad, your iPhone. The film has this property that allows it to be self-healing. So for example, after you've had your day out with your shoes on and you've walked over some, rough terrain for high heels, the film will start to repair itself, self-healing. So the next time you wear them, it's almost as if they were good as new. When I purchased this, I bought it online. I know other people have purchased this product from Best Buy and also from Target, and they spent anywhere from maybe $35, $40 and upwards, or in that ballpark. But I actually only spent $5.99, and I really wish that I would have done this sooner because the prices have risen. I'm going to show you on my Amazon application the different prices that they go for. And if you have Prime shipping, it will help you, what is it, the 2-day free shipping, and that's what I get. So, okay, let's see if I could show you. Am I scrolling? Okay, here we go. These are the prices that they go for through Amazon. And you can find it for a significantly reduced price. So I highly recommend going to Amazon.com or even Meritline.com. I will link everything in the description box below. So yeah, I just wanted to give you a little backstory about this company, and let's get on with the tutorial. Okay, so here is the shoe from last week's video. I actually removed the film so that I could do this tutorial. And also, I'm in preparation of posting another tutorial on how to remove your shoes in case you do want to resell them. Now, you can see all these impressions here. Yeah, this might be a tricky tutorial because it's the first time I'm applying the film to worn shoes. Hope all goes well. I first placed the shoe on the paper side of the film with the glossy side down because I'm going to trace an outline. So that's the glossy side. It's going to be face down, and I want to get as close to the edge of the film as possible because it allows for easier separation. So here we go. This is the side with the words, and I'm going to place my shoe firmly on that. And you don't need a marker or anything like that. You could just use your average writing pen. Holding the shoe firmly in place, making sure that the pen writes. And I'm going to trace around the shoe. I allow myself a little room for error. And now I will cut out the trace that I did. First, let me give you a close-up so you can have a better look. Okay, and that's the trace that we're going to cut around. I've got 2 scissors that I use, a smaller one for more precision cutting around the edges, and a longer one that I use for the longer angle of the shoe. It just makes for faster cutting. And let's begin cutting around the trace of that shoe.
Okay, so with a careful, steady hand as you can possibly be, sometimes my hands are shaky, which is why I do allow for a larger trace around the shoe. And let's begin the cutting process. I'm not going to bore you entirely with that. I'll just come back to you after I've cut out the trace.
Okay, so now I've cut out the shape for the sole protection, and the next step will be to apply it. What you'll get aside from the film, it comes with a solution, and it also comes with a wipe cloth, and it also comes with a squeegee. This purpose of the squeegee is to help you squeeze out any air bubbles so that you get as close an application, as perfect an application as possible. And with the cloth, some people like to use it to wipe down the shoe before they apply it. I've turned the angle of the table because I thought it would just give you a better view of the application. So I'm going to take my shoe and I'm just going to wipe it down.
Okay, so another tricky thing is the removal of the film from the back paper, which is why I like to cut and trace close to the edge, because this little flap here makes it a little bit easier to peel away. And if you don't have fingernails to do this project, then maybe you can reach for a pair of scissors, but you have to have patience because you will eventually get this separated. Now, sometimes when you're trying to peel, as you're going to see here, you can kind of catch like a layer of the paper right behind it instead of pulling the film away like I did just now. But you just keep flicking up at that and the film will eventually separate from the back paper. So just have patience and don't be alarmed by how sticky the paper is. That's not the actual adhesion. The adhesion is going to be when you mix the back of the sticky film with the solution that's provided. So take your time peeling back, don't be in a rush. You'll definitely get the hang of it. Once separated, just carefully lay it on the table.
So I'm going to try something different this time. I'm going to spray the shoe with the solution and then I'm going to spray the film. The instructions that come with the packaging call for spraying the film and applying it. But I have found out, as I always do in error, that the more solution, the more room for error, and it will glide around a little bit more and be more forgiving. So let's get started. I'm just as nervous as you guys. Okay. Spray a nice generous portion on the shoe, and now a nice, okay. Let's see how I could do this to give you guys a good view. Don't be scared if you have to move it around. You see, I'm pressing and then lifting and pressing and then lifting. Okay, so okay, let's see. Take this squeegee board. See all those air bubbles? We don't want them there. Air bubbles are no good. They are not your friend. Use the back of the squeegee also because it's quite dense and it can help to. Now, my main concern is because these shoes have been worn, the puncture sites that are on the sole already, and if it will cause greater difficulty than when the shoes were brand new for application. But so far, let me not open my big mouth just yet. Here's a bubble I don't want. That's not a good bubble right there. That one is no good. Oh my goodness, no good. Let's see.
Going in with more solution. Now, unfortunately, that depression that was causing the little air bubble caused a minor peel back, but it's not all lost because it can be fixed. Now, I realized from error that I need to squeeze upward as the film is kind of laid back against my fingers. I want to keep a consistent pressure as I'm squeezing the film upward all the way up to the end of the toe box, reaching the very tip. Success. And now the rest is just making sure you don't have any air bubbles. Another thing I'd like to mention is along the side where the film overlaps a little bit to the leather on the upper part of the shoe, don't be afraid of that. It's very harmless. The solution does not cause any staining or stickiness, and in fact you'll see how I peel it away so that I can cut away the excess of the film. And just stay consistent and squeeze out those air bubbles. And definitely make sure you have time for this project. And once I'm satisfied, I tend to just go over it with my fingers, maybe grab the cloth and wipe it over a couple of times. Okay, so job complete. Now I'm going to fold back the excess film and press it against the sole and come in with some scissors and cut around that and get that lip that now has formed right off. Starting in with the smaller scissor just to get around that initial rounded end. I'm going to snip, snip, snip away, cutting close against the shoe but not scratching the leather, and I'll show you in a different angle how I do this. Okay, I'm going to fold that little flap away, go in with the larger scissor, and I will cut against the shoe. I'm going to turn the shoe around so you can see how I'm close to the shoe, but it's still not ruining it at all. You don't have to go as high in the toe box as I did, but I like to go a little bit higher. The damage really starts from this area down, so it's not necessary. Okay, I'm done. I just want to give it one last wipe. Okay, so here's the shoe that still has its original film on. I just wanted to give you guys a side-by-side comparison of what the final outcome was, and voila, came out pretty good. Not a bad job, and it'll come out even better when your shoes are brand new. Trust me on this, you won't regret doing this.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this video was helpful to you in any way. I'm looking forward to hearing some feedback from you all after you've applied your sole protectors. Please leave any questions that you have in the comments below. Give this video a thumbs up if you thought it was helpful, if you liked it at all, and I'd be grateful if you would share it on your social media. So you can also follow me on my social media, Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter, and you can always join the party by clicking subscribe.